I've been working in the NGO sector my entire life. At our NGO in Ljubljana, we promote gender equality and inclusion through contemporary arts. Rationally, I know the value of my work. I see the impact of our sector. But still, it stings a bit when I hear how my work is a hobby, how it's not a real job because I enjoy it too much, how at 40, it's time to grow up. You know what these statements have in common? They're all built on stereotypes. Stereotypes help us cope with the unknown and navigating the world. It's usually hard to change them because it's difficult to give the person an experience of a minority, a disabled body, a reality of working in a sector they're unfamiliar with. So we help ourselves with stereotypes. Stereotyping is a tool that helps us navigate and cope with the situations that are unknown to us. And stereotypes reflect through language, which is why words are so important. We learn about our world through language. We express our ideas, our thoughts, our emotions, our experiences through language. And the experience I really want to talk to you about today is gender. 1/2 of population will never have an experience of being a man. The other half will never get to walk a mile in shoes of a woman. 98% of population will never understand the world of transgender people. We have the dialogue with the unknown based on stereotypes all the time. Stereotypes that are being lived and learned through language. I call out gender non-sensitive statements all the time. And many times friends tell me, do you really have to jump every time? Yes, I do, because words matter. Several studies have shown that when we use masculine generic terms, such as congressman, doctor, professor, and similar, that are supposed to also include women, we exclusively picture men. Why is that a problem? When we keep giving men credits for the achievements, we downplay women's contribution to the society. And when we don't have role models, it's really hard to imagine us in certain positions. The use of masculine generic terms not only illustrates problematic social norms, but it also helps to sustain them. Using gender-sensitive language simply means using our language in a way that doesn't discriminate against 1/2 of population. Now, we alone cannot just change the universe. We can't unlearn the language that defines our world. But let me give you an example of a universe you can control. It's your working place. A survey has found that well over 3/4 of women have been victims of sexist jokes at work. Men, however, are not immune to feeling uncomfortable. Over half reported feeling insecure and unpleasant when their female colleagues made inappropriate comments about their physical appearance. What kind of stereotype do you think we communicate when we send our female colleague to get some coffee? When we ask the only woman in a room to take the notes? When we tell our male colleague to man up? Why is it important? Why does every word matter? We spend about 1/3 of our lives at work. So it really shouldn't be too difficult to understand why feeling well enables us to give contribution based on our best abilities. So, challenging the language we've been taught as normal changes the underlying assumption that men are the default or the norm. By using inclusive language, we make places that were traditionally designed for men more welcoming also for women and transgender people. Now, let me give you some examples I use. I never use male gender as general when I address a mixed or an all-female group of colleagues. I use the terms everybody, team, people, folks, instead of guys. What kind of phrases do you hear around your office? We often use phrases without considering their origin or what we imply with them. So, use "don't be afraid" instead of "don't be a pussy." Say "don't be annoying" instead of "don't be a dick." It's really not that complicated, is it? You can do it too. So the next time you speak to your colleagues, use the language and pay attention to how you balance it, because every word matters. Thank you.